Andrea.
Have you spoken to her yet?
Yes, we've spoken.
And what did you say?
She'll be around this weekend. She agreed to come and see me.
You mean you haven't asked her yet?
Of course not. It's a delicate situation. I'm sure she has an idea, but... look, it's not just something you casually ask over the phone, is it?
Why not?
Come on. This is potentially life-changing for her. And the whole family situation needs to be handled with a little, care and respect.
Well, you're the one that knows her. Just make sure she says yes and fast. I'm finding it difficult to keep fielding questions about the future of Konesport.
Yeah, I read part of that interview. Could almost feel you squirm.
That bad, huh?
Worse. Look, I'll call you as soon as I know.
I don't think we're in for a quiet one today. It's race day here at the Circuit de Barcelona Catalunya. It's an updated track at Catalunya, and the popular opinion in the paddock is that we never wanted the chicane in the first place. That's now been gone, the final corner is much faster, and at 2.9 miles and 14 turns, we await the Spanish Grand Prix. Let's run you through the driver grid order for today's exciting race. Charles Leclerc lines up on pole position. Sergio Perez lines up alongside. Moving on to the rest of the grid, we have Verstappen, Russell, Norris, Hamilton, Gasly, Sainz, Oscar Piastri, Fernando Alonso, Tsunoda, Zhou, Sargent, Bottas, Jackson, Magnussen, Ocon, Hülkenberg, De Vries, Stroll, Albon, and Noah Bell. And now it's time to head down to the track. Welcome to the wonderful Catalunya. It's time for the Spanish Grand Prix this weekend. And whilst the season is just a few races old, it's already been one full of drama. So, Natalie Pinkham, who have you got your eye on this weekend?
Well, in Formula One, naturally, the conversation is drawn towards those at the top of the standings, both drivers and teams. But I'm really intrigued by the midfield team of Konesport. Devon Butler's absence will definitely be felt. There's no doubt about that, both on and off the track. For me, the interesting thing will be how they move forward without him.
Indeed, almost as many battles off the track as there are on it for Konesport at the moment. And Kasper Ackermann and his team certainly have their work cut out for them this weekend.
I know it's been a mad few weeks, mate, but you've always gone well here, so let's get your head down and see what we can do. Come on. Nice work, mate. That brings you up a place. Good job. That was the fastest lap of the race so far. That's P7 now, P7, Lando ahead. Okay, the gap is less than a second. They're on fresh softs. That's Sainz behind you now. The distance to the leader is 5.1 seconds. And that's 6 laps until your pit window's open. Okay, so we're leading our teammate by 11.9 seconds. place, you're in second place. Verstappen's ahead of you, and gap to the car in front is 1.3 seconds. They're on fresh softs. Perez is behind you. Okay, gap to the car behind. 2.7 seconds. They're on fresh softs. You've got 4 laps until your pit window opens. 13 laps to go. Okay, fitting intermediate tyres next. Gap to your teammate behind is 24.5 seconds. They're on fresh softs. They're in 20th place, and the time last lap was a 1:28.4. Copy. We're approaching the pit window and you're going to be on mediums. You're in first position, front of the pack. Verstappen behind you now. We're leading the car behind by 2.9 seconds. Okay, they're on old softs. And your pit window opens in 2 laps time. And 11 laps to go. going to box this lap and push hard on the in-lap. Look after these tyres now, you want to finish the race on this compound. Okay, so we're leading our teammate by 31.9 seconds. Noah's in the pits. Noah is in the pits now. And the gap behind us is 17.9 seconds. job. That was the fastest lap of the race so far. No need to worry about the tyre condition for now, everything's looking good. Great work, that's a new fastest lap of the race. No threat of rain for the time being, conditions look good. Okay, dries seem like the best tyre for now. Okay, you just started the final lap of the race. Final lap. Okay, that's us with 5 laps of fuel remaining. 5 laps of fuel left. We did it! We did it!
So it's Aidan Jackson propping up Connor Sport here today, but the big news off the track is the speculation about this team, whether or not they'll see out the season with their current lineup.
Well, I think they'll have to sign a new driver, Crofty. It's a gamble worth taking.
Well, a mid-season signing will get us all talking, I'm sure, but time will tell. The faces on our top 3 look so incredibly happy as they make their way up to the podium. A much-deserved victory and a brilliant performance from them all.
Well, Connor Sport are in a bit of an odd situation right now. So just tell me, what is it like for you today?
Yeah, not so long ago my teammate was Devon and we had a plan sorted out for the rest of the season. Now it's Noah and for the last couple of races suddenly nobody's quite sure what the situation is. I've never had to drive in this situation before, so it's all pretty strange, but you do what you can.
Most importantly, how is Devon? And how are you finding it without your teammate?
Yeah, I know as much as everybody else, so, you know, I saw what happened. I'm obviously very worried for him, and as is everybody else, and, you know, I know he's not fit to drive for us right now. As far as I know, he's working super hard to return to the sport, and, yeah, I wish him well.
Well, there's a lot of talk about what happens if Devon doesn't return. Would Connor Sport be looking for a new driver, do you think?
It's not for me to say, but I think it could be a real opportunity for the team to make an exciting signing. There's a lot of talent out there hungry for a shot in F1, and Connor Sport could find themselves in the perfect position to offer them one.
That's great, thank you.
Hey, Casper, you wanted to speak to me?
Yes, I did.
Shoot.
Nothing major, really. To be honest, I just wanted to thank you.
Oh. What for? I'm, you know, just doing my job.
No, it's more than that. Well, I know why you stayed on the team. And, well, I won't lie to you, it's not been easy.
Yeah. You can say that again.
Yeah, but you really stepped up. It's good for me to know that I've got someone like you to rely on.
Always.
Yeah. Look, Aiden, I'll warn you, things may not get any easier, at least not for a while, but, well, we've got something in the pipeline, a potential new driver, and a damn good one.
Who is it?
I can't say, not yet. It's a bit of a gamble, but if they agree, we could have something special.
Nice. And, how is Devon?
Fine. I think... I'm not sure. I mean, Davidoff has closed the door on that one, but... Yeah, he tells me Devon is in a good place, though.
Oh, that's good, that's good.
Just keep doing what you're doing, okay? And now, just get out of here.
Of course. I'll catch you later, Casper.
Hey, boss, got a couple of minutes?
Why are you hesitating? And you've always dreamt of racing in F1.
Not like this. Do you know what he did?
Oh, your father?
He refused to support me. Said he'd only fund one of his children. Said Devon had better prospects.
I'm sorry. I didn't know that.
Mum used the divorce settlement to help me out, but... And you're only here because he sent you.
No. This was my idea, my decision. And this is me asking you, Callie, not your father. We need a replacement and I ask for you because I know how good you are. And that's the truth.
I always said I'd do it on my terms, not his.
I'll look out for you. Just like I did in F2.
Will you keep him away from me?
I'll do everything in my power. Everything. To make sure that all you have to think about is driving. Have we got a deal? You might never get this opportunity again. You know that.
Could you take a look at this, please?
Davidoff.
They stopped me entering the garage just because Callie's in there. It's ridiculous.
We've had this conversation. You need to give her space.
I'll humor you for now, Ackerman, but I don't like being told where I can and can't go around here. Don't forget, you talked me into this.
What does that mean? Talked you into what?
Signing Callie in the first place. I'm just allowing you to take credit for it, that's all.
Yeah, it sounds like you're trying to blame me.
Well, if you're right about it, there'll be no blame to allocate, will there?
Anything else?
You're a busy man. I'll let you go.
Hey, we need your input on this one.
History is made here today as Callie Mayer, Connor Sport's latest signing, becomes the first female driver of the modern era to participate in an F1 race.
What a moment! I've got goosebumps. Now, for those of you wondering at home, only a handful of women have entered at least one Grand Prix over the years, but none have even had the opportunity to qualify since 1992. Italy's Giovanna Amati, for those of you wondering. So today is very much a new dawn here in Baku.
And Mayer was impressive in qualifying, so let's see what the Grand Prix has in store for her.
Yeah, I have to say, it is quite a tight-knit pack out there. Fierce competition all round. I really wouldn't want to call this one.
Indeed. We've seen some brilliant driving here today, especially from young Callie Mayer. She seems to have made the transition to F1 as if she was born for it.
Okay, Callie, really good start. Keep it up.
I'm not finished yet.
Here comes Callie Mayer, closing in on her teammates.
She's practically on top of me. Aiden, calm down. You're on different strategies. Just let Callie pass. Okay, Callie. Aiden's going to let you pass at the next corner. Let's go.
Copy.
Will Mayer get past her teammate now? Here she comes, but there's contact! Contact between the two Connor Sport drivers. Jackson's out, he gets the worst of it, Mayer's clear.
Oh, Jackson's damage looks bad. I think you're right, Crofty. His race is over.
Mayer seemed to catch Jackson unawares though. I'm not sure why.
What was that? Why didn't she wait for me to move over on the exit? Okay, Aiden, are you all right? It's just another butler.
I thought he was letting me through.
Yeah, I know, Callie. I'm sorry about that, but it's happened now. It's over. Let's get your head down and focus. Come on, we'll talk about it later.
Copy.
Got 11th, that's 11th place. Okay, Russell's ahead. Okay, gap ahead is 2.3 seconds. They're on fresh mediums. Ocon behind. Okay, the gap behind is 2.5 seconds. They're on fresh mediums. pit strategy complete. See these tyres through to the end now. Rainfall expected today. We think it'll stay dry. Dries definitely seem like the fastest tyre at the moment. Great manoeuvre, you made it look so easy. Our gap behind is 2.4 seconds. That was the fastest lap of the race. Keep this up. Well done. Just 5 laps of fuel remaining. Okay, you've got P3, well done. It's Verstappen ahead. Our gap to the car in front is 8.3 seconds. They're on old mediums. That's Sainz behind you now. They're on old mediums. Okay, so gap to the leader is 12.7 seconds. That was our last stop, no more scheduled. Okay, that's us with 5 laps of fuel remaining, 5 laps of fuel left. Okay, we've got 4 laps of fuel remaining. pack, that's P1, Leclerc behind. Okay, so the gap to the car behind is 8. seconds. They're on old mediums. Look after these tyres now. You want to finish the race on this compound. 2 laps left. Next time by will be your final lap. Right, we've got enough fuel for 3 more laps. Okay, mate, this is the final lap of the race. Final lap.
Well, in spite of the drama amongst those at the top of the standings, so much of the discussion today has centred around Motorsport.
Absolutely, a bittersweet race for them today. One historic debut, one DNF. I mean, you couldn't write it.
And talking of that debut, what did you make of Callie Mayer's first ever start?
Well, I am so excited to see Callie racing in F1. It is great for the sport. She is a phenomenal talent. I can't wait to see what the season holds and her career as a whole.
And if today is anything to go by, the name Callie Mayer is one that we'll be watching with a lot of interest for many years to come. Welcome then to the podium, our top 3 drivers. What a great effort from them today in a very difficult race.
And do you feel extra pressure at Connor Sport? It must be difficult with your dad looking over your shoulder.
Look, it's F1. It's not possible for me to feel any more pressure than I already do. So no, it's not an issue.
Callie, have you felt any pushback from anyone in the F1 world, just with you being the first female driver in the sport?
No, everyone's been amazing. And I'm not the first, I'm just the latest.
How's your brother? Are you really just keeping his seat warm?
You'd have to ask him that. But he is getting the help that he needs. And no, I have no intention of giving up this seat.
What happened out there between you and Aiden today?
It's just a mix-up. I thought he was letting me through on the entry, but he clearly had other
We
ideas.
spoke to him earlier, and he said it was deliberate on your part. Any comment on that?
It was just a misunderstanding.
You've always gone by Mayor, and now you're in a team financed by your father, driving in your brother's seat. Would you go back to the Butler name?
Should have expected it, right?
I thought you did.
It's not what I mean. I'm a woman, I get it. I'm happy to talk about it.
Then what is it?
Well, it's always the same, isn't it? So you're a woman, and then every question about Dad, about Devon, about the Butler name.
Just forget about it.
Oh, I can never get away from it, can I? The only question about the race was about Aiden.
Well, maybe if we'd let it run a little longer, there would have been...
Casper, don't defend them.
Sorry, you're right. Sorry.
Look, it's fine. I'll be faster next time.
The incident at Baku, do you think she did it on purpose?
She did do it on purpose. Yeah. Check the footage.
So you didn't warm to her?
We weren't the best of friends, no.
Hey, Mum.
Callie, I couldn't be prouder, darling. Well done.
Oh, thanks, Mum. It was a good race. Felt great out there.
Oh, it was a good race.
Oh, no, what is it?
What do you mean, what is it? What's what?
I can hear it in your voice, Mum. It was a good race.
No, it's nothing.
Go on.
No, it's just that... You didn't do it on purpose, did you? When you clipped poor Aiden.
I can't believe you're even asking me. Did you really raise your daughter to behave like that?
Well, I'm really not sure.
It was an accident, Mum. I'm hanging up.
Oh, of course it was. Bye, darling. Lots of love.
Hey, boss. Got another one for you.
Andreu?
You seen this latest article doing the rounds today? 3 weeks later and the press are still going with narrative of the rivalry at Connorsport. Still!
They just need an angle for Silverstone. Paid no attention.
But they're right, aren't they? It's not like Callie and Aiden are sadly treating each other like teammates.
They just need time. It took me a while to warm to Aiden back in the day.
Well, that's because you were a grumpy old man.
Yeah. Well, some things never change, I guess.
Ha! Now you're just grumpier and older. I'll leave you to it. Ciao.
Bye.
What is Aiden's problem?
Okay, we'll have a word.
He's been so late into these corners, I have no space out here.
Yeah, we'll talk to him, Callie.
This is still about Baku, isn't it?
Nice work, mate. That brings you up a place. Excellent, that's P10. You're into the points. Gap to your teammate behind is 5.0 seconds. That's 8th place, you're in 8th place. Okay, that's Tsunoda just ahead. Come on, push hard. Okay, gap to the car ahead is 1.4 seconds. Okay, Sainz is behind you. Less than a second separates you. They're on old mediums. Our gap to first place is 9.2 seconds. Pit strategy complete. See these tyres through to the end now. Okay, just 5 laps until the end. Okay, good work. Great pass. And that's just 5 laps of fuel remaining. that's P1. That's Hamilton behind. Okay, push, push. Gap to the car behind. 1.0 seconds. They're on old mediums. That was our last stop. No more scheduled pit stops. Let's go. 2 laps left. Next time by will be your final lap. Right, we've got enough fuel for 3 more laps. Tyre condition still looking good. Okay mate, final lap. Keep your concentration and let's bring it home. We've only got 2 laps of fuel left.
You see, this is just another example of the Connosport drivers antagonising each other.
Yeah, but you've got to look at Ackerman as well. He's the one that can sort the situation out, and so far, he's letting them run wild.
His job is to keep control, and no matter what the season, no matter what the driver, Connosport just can't seem to gel as a team. So you've got to ask the question, really, what will it take? Well, I'm thoroughly exhausted after the excitement of that race, but I'm sure it's nothing compared to our drivers here. They've worked hard to make it up there, and it's great to see them make their way onto the podium now.
Callie, this is your first ever F1 race at Silverstone in front of the home fans.
Yeah, I mean, just to see the number of fans cheering for me really spurred me on today. And I used to come here as a little girl to watch the races, so it really means everything. It's a dream come true, to be honest.
Well, I have to say it was tight out there once again between you and Aiden. You're not giving each other much space, are you?
Look, Aiden's got to drive as he sees fit, and he feels the need to put his performance first, and that's his call. It's not like it's the first time we've seen a driver prioritise themselves ahead of the team, is it?
Now, naturally, there has been a lot of speculation about the role of your father, Davidoff Butler, in securing your seat at Connor Sport. Just what do you say to the critics?
Okay, well, look at Gasly, Leclerc, Russell, and now everyone's suddenly surprised that an F1 team signed an F2 champion. I'm here because I can drive. People need to get a grip.
Well, thank you for chatting with us. Great to have your time.
Hey, Mum.
Callie,
You saw the interview?
would you like some loving parental advice?
Not really.
Yeah. All this stuff about your father, I mean, you do know there's an element of truth to what they're saying. Like it or not, you've got to acknowledge it.
I don't have to acknowledge anything.
You can't make it go away by ignoring it, Cal. People will say all manner of nonsense if you don't accept it. She's privileged, they'll say. She's out of touch.
I don't care what they say about me.
Of course you do. You're only human.
I'm just here to drive.
If only it were that simple, darling.
Yeah. Look, I've got stuff to do, okay?
Think about it anyway. Lots of love.
I did not like Aiden. Not at all.
Why not?
I thought he was immature about what happened in Baku. I mean, like he never really got over it. He was aggressive on track, and the paddock talks. He just wasn't happy at Connor Sport. Thought he was too good for the team. He just had a bit of an attitude problem.
It's already complicated. And I've told you they don't need to know.
Well, it's your call, of course. But the dishonesty makes me uncomfortable.
We'll talk about it later. Yes?
Let's make this quick.
Or maybe we could give Casper a bit of our time.
This wasn't scheduled.
What, are you too busy for us now?
Just tell them, Casper.
Andreo, please.
Can we get started?
Yeah, Aiden's got a meeting at Mercedes he needs to get to.
Enough! Enough! Okay? This is what we have to talk about. It has to stop. Understand? If we can't pull together now...
If we can't pull together, we are finished.
Wait, what does that mean?
Andreo...
It means that if we don't finish 5th or higher, Butler Global will pull funding. And I don't think we'll find an investor to replace him. Not now.
Wait, what? Casper?
Yeah, it's true.
Well, then we're finished. Andrea?
We're finished.
So yeah, Dad brought me onto the team and then immediately threatened to shut it down.
Why would he do that?
It's kind of his thing.
Okay, Callie, I'm sure you've got questions, but we think we know what we're doing here. We've got information that says more rain's coming, and so, because we're the first ones to come and make this change, we can turn it into an advantage. So on your out lap, let's make it all count.
Copy that.
Aiden's in the pits. Aiden in the pits. Okay, the stewards have now disabled DRS. DRS is now disabled. Okay, here's the gap that we're trailing the car ahead by, 2.6 seconds. And you've got P13, P13. Gasly's ahead of you. Okay, keep an eye on that gap ahead, please. 1.6 seconds. They're on a fresh set of inters. Magnussen's behind. They're on a fresh set of inters. Okay, gap to leader, 37.3 seconds. Look after these tyres now. We want to finish the race on this compound. 9 laps to go. Okay, you're in the top 10. Okay, car behind trailing us, 3.1 seconds. So we're looking at another 5, maybe 10 minutes of this rain. Current forecast is 5 or 10 minutes more of rain before it starts to dry up. Inters seem to be the fastest tyre for now. Nice work, mate. That brings you up a place. Okay, so the gap to the car ahead, 2.7 seconds. P3, you're currently in P3. Leclerc is ahead of you, and gap to the car in front is 2.7 seconds. They're on a fresh set of inters, and Verstappen's behind. Okay, gap to the car behind, 1.4 seconds. They're on a fresh set of inters. The distance to the leader is 4.4 seconds. Pit strategy complete. See these tyres through to the end now. Okay, 7 laps to go. The car behind by 3.2 seconds. Okay, so we're leading our teammate by 0.3 seconds. They're on a fresh set of inters. They're in 9th place. Time last lap was a 1 minute 29.7. Confirmed. The weather's certainly eased off for the time being, but we've still got a lot of standing water out there. We're happy for you to stay out on the inters for now. I don't think the line is really dry enough yet to start thinking about slicks. Let's hold on to the inters for a little while longer. The gap behind us is 18.0 seconds. It's still not a perfect situation, but I don't think we've got cause to move on to a different tyre yet. Okay, that's us with 5 laps of fuel remaining, 5 laps of fuel left. Okay, the stewards have now enabled DRS. DRS is now online. Okay, the gap behind is 28.8 seconds. Looks like it's probably about time we change tyres. It's a bit of a crossover period for sure, but the longer we stay, the worse it's going to get. No rain expected. No rain expected for the time being. Okay, dries seem like the best tyre for now. Pack, that's P1, Perez behind. Our gap behind is 34.7 seconds. They're on a fresh set of inters. That was our last stop, no more scheduled pit stops. Let's go, 2 laps left. Next time by will be your final lap. Final lap, push, push. Okay, just 2 laps of fuel remaining now.
Congratulations, Callie. You keep going like that, you might just prove me wrong yet. Callie?
Well, we said at the time that it might have been too soon, but in hindsight, Conesport really did make the right call. Mayer made the pit stop, changed to wet tyres ahead of everybody else. That was a real turning point in the race.
Yeah, you've got to get these decisions right, and not everyone did today. It's great to see Conesport taking their chances like that. Wonderful race by Mayer.
If they want to improve on last season, they've got to try and do something different. Well, they did that today. They timed it well. Mayer, well, she continues to impress. Well, what a thrilling end to an incredible Grand Prix weekend. Our top 3 finishers should be incredibly happy with what they were able to achieve out there today.
Callie, great race.
What do you mean, prove you wrong?
I was just trying to congratulate you, that's all.
Prove you wrong about what exactly?
I didn't mean anything by it. I was just saying well done.
By reminding me how little you actually believe in me?
Callie.
You are a piece of work.
But it was a great race.
You said you'd keep him away from me.
I'll talk to him.
How is he getting involved on comms?
Well, he didn't ask, he just did it.
Yeah, he'll do whatever he wants until someone stops him.
I said I'll talk to him. That was a great result out there today. Let's forget about your father, okay?
Yeah. Good. Looks like he's found someone else to talk to anyway. Casper.
Hey, look, I've put measures in place to clamp down on who can access team radio from now on.
Thanks, I guess.
Turns out your father talked Mark into it. Said something like, "You're not going to keep me off team radio on my own team."
Yeah, well, Mark can be a bit of a pushover at times.
Yeah. But listen, you'll need to learn to tolerate your father. He's going to be at this press thing later, you know.
Yeah? Well, whatever happened to you, I'll do everything in my power to keep him away from you.
Running a team means making compromises.
But this was your call, right? You decided this?
Listen, I have a lot of people I'm trying to keep happy here.
And some are more important than others, it seems.
I'm really trying here, Callie. Look, I have to go. Let's talk later.
Mum.
Callie, I just got your text. Prove him wrong? He's got a nerve.
He really gets to me, Mum. I know I shouldn't let him, but I can't bear it.
Him and his little games. Call him out on it, Callie. Say something.
I did. I spoke to him.
And?
He said he didn't mean anything by it. He said I did well today.
Unbelievable.
What else do you expect? An apology? I don't know what to do.
You keep driving, Callie. That's all you can do right now. The rest is just fluff.
If only it were that simple.
Oh, fair point. Don't envy you, darling. Not one bit. I'll leave you be.
Bye, Mum.